Today I'm going to be taking two different pieces of meat. I'm going to take a chicken and a turkey, and I'm going to butcher them in two different ways in preparation for cooking. With the chicken, I'm going to spatchcock it, basically take out the backbone so it'll lie flat, so it'll cook quicker, more evenly and easier. And with the turkey, I'm going to kind of half spatchcock it, so it allows better airflow through the turkey, it cooks better, but still retains the traditional shape for serving to the table. It's going to be good. Let's get on with it. Cheers. Okay, so we're going to do the chicken first. Get straight on with it. Should only take a few minutes. Chicken. Turn it over. We've got the backbone. All we're going to do with spatchcocking is essentially remove that backbone. Now, some people need shears. If you're strong enough, you can usually use a knife. Make sure it's a sharp one. But let's just cut straight down. We're going to cut down in two strips. One down here and one down there. So come through here, about there you can hear the crunch of the rib cage. Take it down the same side, down here. When you get to here, give the hips a little pop. You can feel the joints there, just give them a little pop out. We're going to try and take a little bit of flesh out of here that's called the oyster, and then cut down. I tend to go the other side and cut further to the Pope's nose, straight through. So now all we're left with is one little piece of tough bone we've got essentially is the hip bone of the chicken. You can almost break it. Okay, that's what most people need shears for, but if you do it straight, you should be able to get straight through it. Then, just so I can cut down as opposed to through, I put it on its back and cut straight down through that bone on that side. Take it out. That is the backbone removed. Put that in the trash. Then, with your knife, cut straight through to here. So what we're doing is hitting the top of the sternum, the upper part of the rib cage. Break it backwards like that. And what you should see is that lump of cartilage come through. Then just run your fingers down the side of it. Okay? You see how it's exposed? Give it a good grip and just pull backwards. And the whole of the front of the rib cage, the sternum plus the cartilage should come out. So there we are, all done. Alright, that's essentially it. Now remember, there is still a wishbone in here. You can cut into this point here and put out the wishbone if you so desire, or if you so wish. Basically trim it up, put it tidy. The secret to getting a crisp skin, I think, is leave it in the fridge for a couple of days. The cold, dry air of the fridge dries the skin out and makes for a much crisper skin. When it comes to the actual cooking process, a little bit of butter and it'll be good. Alright, so we quickly did the spatchcock on the chicken. Very, very simple, very easy. The chicken and the turkey have very similar physiologies, so what works for the chicken works for the turkey. So if you want to do a full spatchcock on the turkey, just follow the steps of the chicken. You just need a bit more brute force, but you can get there. Now, with the turkey though, to keep it kind of in a good shape for when it comes to the table, what I'm going to do this time is sort of half spatchcock it and just take out most of the backbone. This retains the carcass, if you like, so that it forms the classic turkey look when it comes to the table. Again, I'm doing this a few days ahead of time, ahead of cooking it, simply because I think a few days in the fridge in that cold, dry air really helps the skin dry out and makes it that much crisper. Now, okay, so here's the turkey. Here's what we can do. Tidy up the front. There's obviously a lot of neck always on a turkey. Just take that off cleanly. Okay, put that in the trash. Alright. Thermometer, giblets, etc. have been removed. Turn it over, put it on its back, just like I did with the chicken. Now I'm just going to come down the side here, go through the rib cage again, and then cut across. Simply take that out, keep it for the gravy. Now obviously you can get a lot further into the cavity. I'm just going to do the same thing with the tail end. Up to the edge of the hips, here and here, cut across the spine, save the Pope's nose and that lot to go in the gravy. Now, what have I got now? I've got a turkey with a big room for air to flow through. Can you see that through the camera? Yes, so just go straight through there. and out the back end. Okay, but it will sit like a traditional turkey as you'd want to serve it. So you've got a lot better airflow coming through the whole cavity. It'll cook quicker, more evenly, and you just get a much better turkey. Okay, now again, I'm going to leave this for a couple of days in the fridge, which will really help the skin dry out, tighten, and make it that much crisper when it comes to cooking. Okay, give it a go. Cheers. Okay, so this is what the chicken looked like a couple of days later after drying out in the fridge. You see how the skin's gone translucent, the darkness of the meat showing through. I'm not going to show you the cooking in this one, you've seen that many times, but we are going to look at the cooking of the turkey. Okay, welcome back. Let's get on with cooking this turkey. Right, it's been about 3 days now. The turkey that we took, that we half spatchcocked, has been in the fridge. The skin has dried out, and we're ready to get going. So let's get on with it. Standard setup for cooking poultry. We've basically got drip tray, got hot fire, no water inside the Grillicue. I'm actually using the oldest one of the Grillicues. It was the original prototype from the evolution from the bread tin. Okay, the coals are nice and hot, so we're going to get good hot temperature inside. In the drip tray, I've put some water, the trimmings of the turkey, plus some seasonings, including half an onion, but the skin of a whole onion, because the brown colour of the outside of the skin of onion will actually enrich the colour of the gravy that's going to come out of that drip pan. Alright, so let's put the turkey straight on. We should be able to see straight through the middle of the turkey. See my fingers there? So that was the whole point of this half spatchcock, was that with half a spatchcock like this, we've got a clear air channel through the bird so that the hot air can pass through. So we've got the benefits, or at least most of the benefits of a spatchcocked bird, but keeping the shape that we expect to see on the table. Now what I'm going to do is cover the bird in butter, and I've just put a little bit of chipotle in there, so there's just nothing but butter. But you can see how much the skin has dried out, and the dark meat of the turkey leg really showing through there. I mean, look how rich red that is. Okay, the butter I'm putting on, because basically, one, it's going to help any fat soluble flavours get onto the skin of the bird, but two, it's also going to fry the skin of the bird, making it really crisp, crunchy, crackling. Going to be luscious. Using legs towards the fire, because remember the legs are dark meat, they can take a bit more heat. I'm also opening out the wings so that they get nice and brown too. Now I've done that, I'm going to put the lid on, open both vents up fully, remember, get this to about the 350 to 400 degrees at dome, and check it in about an hour, and we'll see where we are. Okay, it's been just over an hour. As you can see, that thing's cracking on, the skin is tightening up. It's really very, very crisp. Just put a couple more coals in there to keep it going, and I'm going to chuck a small chunk of cherry wood just to give it just a little bit more colour, but really doesn't it look fabulous. An hour and 10 minutes of very stable cooking temperature, and the bird looks beautiful. Okay, I can't imagine it's going to be more than about another 15-20 minutes. Time for the big reveal. It's been clicking away for about an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure this is about done. I gotta say, that looks pretty good. Okay, number one, it's crispy. Oh, it's crispy. That is a good looking turkey, if you ask me. Just to show you how crispy the skin is. You hear that? Okay, looks perfectly cooked for poultry. Open her up and see what she looks like. Say, just comes straight off the grill. Actually, you know what? Let's hear the skin crack. Hope you can see that. Okay. That wing just tore away. Steamy, juicy, very, very crisp skin. Ah, delicious. Alright. I haven't given this any time to rest, obviously. I'm not a big believer in resting. Do you hear that? Let's do that again. That's a crispy skin. Okay, let's see what the breast meat looks like. I think you can see that is gorgeously juicy, gorgeously moist. Second slice. Again, gorgeously juicy, gorgeously moist. No one is going to complain about that. So there you go. This took about, I think about an hour and a half start to finish. You see it's beautifully brown, classic looking turkey, but the breast is deliciously moist. The thighs and the leg, yeah, let's just take one of these off and have a quick look. No one's going to complain about that. When it's pull apart and you can twist the bone, that's gorgeous. Okay, the final aspect of this cook was the gravy pan at the bottom. Look at the gravy pan at the bottom. What I do is I take that out, strain it, and then use those gorgeous fats and flavors that have happened over the last hour and a half as it's been cooking, and make it delicious gravy. Making delicious gravy. Have a quick look at this turkey again, because it really is quite fabulous. Alright, again, look at that. Can you see the juices in there? Taken to 165, it's all in there. It's not looking too burnt or too smoky. You can give a slice of crispy skin. Oh, fabulous. That is about the easiest Thanksgiving turkey you could possibly make. As I say, I used that half spatchcock process just to cut down the backbone to allow plenty of airflow. Consequently, it cooked much quicker. By allowing it to cook much quicker, it retained a lot of the moisture. By leaving it in the fridge for a few days, the skin dried out, then applying butter to the skin, essentially fried the skin, making it crackling crisp, and you all heard the snap. Okay, then putting it on the fire, legs pointing towards the coals. The unique thing about the Grillicue is I could get it right up against the edge, leaving lots of space for that whole turkey. I ran it at poultry temperature for cooking it, so 350 to 400 degrees. Once the breast got to 165, I pulled it off. It looked fabulous. I added one chunk of smoking wood about an hour in, but that was it, because I didn't want to get one of those really sort of black looking turkeys. I wanted something that looked like a classic turkey. So we got the benefits of spatchcocking by taking out that backbone or shortening it terrifically, so the airflow came through, so it cooked quickly and evenly. Then we got the benefits by retaining the hips and by not cutting through the hips of having a classic looking bird. We've now got this delicious, I mean, look at the brown of this wing. I mean, it's gorgeous. And then it's just snap and tearing. Look. It's going to be good. Okay. I'm going to eat this. You're going to have a lot of happy Thanksgiving guests with this recipe. Enjoy it. Give it a go. Cheers.